Hello! Happy St. Patrick's Day, and welcome to a special spiritual calisthenics. St. Patrick, the Apostle of the Irish, was seized from his native Britain by Irish marauders when he was 16 years old. Though the son of a deacon and grandson of a priest, it was not until his captivity that he sought out the Lord with his whole heart. In his confession, the testament he wrote towards the end of his life, he says, "After I came to Ireland, every day I had to tend sheep, and many times a day I prayed. The love of God and his fear came to me more, and my faith was strengthened. And my spirit was so moved that in a single day I would say as many as 100 prayers, and almost as many at night. And this even when I was staying in the woods and on the mountain. And I would rise for prayer before daylight, through the snow, through frost, through rain, and I felt no harm." After 6 years of slavery in Ireland, he was guided by God to make his escape, and afterwards struggled in the monastic life in Auxerre in Gaul, under the guidance of the holy bishop Germanos. Many years later, he was ordained bishop and sent to Ireland once again about the year 432 to convert the Irish to Christ. His arduous labors bore so much fruit that within 7 years, 3 bishops were sent from Gaul to help him shepherd his flock. "My brethren and sons whom I have baptized in the Lord, so many thousands of people," he says in his confession. His apostolic work was not accomplished without much weariness and painfulness, long journeys through difficult country and many perils. He says his life was in danger 12 times. When he came to Ireland as its Enlightener, it was a pagan country. When he ended his earthly life some 30 years later, about 461, the faith of Christ was established in every corner. O holy hierarch, equal of the apostle St. Patrick, wonder worker and enlightener of Ireland, intercede with the merciful God that he grant unto our souls forgiveness of offenses. Your master revealed you as a skillful fisher of men, casting forth nets of gospel preaching. You drew us up the heathen to piety. Those who were with children of idolatrous darkness, thou did render sons of day through holy baptism. O Patrick, intercede for us who honor your memory." Now, a couple of extra notes regarding St. Patrick of Ireland. First and foremost, as he talked about his prayer, because he was so experienced and gifted in prayer, it is said that he experienced the noetic prayer, the perfect noetic prayer where he was in communion with God, able to touch the uncreated energies of God. That is a type of prayer that no one really gets to touch until theosis, to deification. And he experienced that as a young man. In his confessions, he talks about how he tried the rest of his life to try to have a prayer that pure again. He never says in his confession that he did, in fact, do it, but most Christians believe that he did. The second thing that is of note is St. Patrick is always depicted with green vestments. And the reason why that is because when he was trying to explain the Holy Trinity, because remember, he lived in the 5th century, which means that he is living in the period after the First Ecumenical Council. And so he's trying to explain the Holy Trinity to the people. And so he tells them, look around you. Everywhere is the Holy Trinity. And he picked up a 3-leaf clover and said, look at this clover. Do you see how Father, Son, Holy Spirit are present? One plant and these 3 leaves. And so he would use that as a tool to teach the native people of Ireland about the Holy Trinity. May he intercede for us always. Have a very blessed and wonderful day. And thank you for tuning in for this special spiritual